Hi, Rodrigo. How are you?
Great. How are you?
I'm fine, and you, Rodrigo? Well, today I'm gonna do an interview of you of your business, Bocanica, and the basis of it. And as a first question, I would like to know what inspired you to start your own business. Like, if there were any personal or professional experience that sparked this entrepreneurial journey of yours.
Perfect. Well, almost 5 years ago, I was working on a beverage company, and I was working as the innovation manager. And one of our projects was to develop a snack distribution in Mexico.
Okay.
So we did all the business plan, and at the end of it, I saw a big opportunity in the market to sell snacks, but as an own company, right? Not distribution of any other brand. So what we did was we created the whole business plan to create a snack brand, and that's how it started. Um, that's how we started Bocanica. So it started as a company's project, and then we developed the whole business plan to make it a independent brand.
And so,
Obviously, since I was a little kid, I was like very excited to create something in food and beverage, but I don't know why or how. And after working 4 years in this beverage company, I realized that creating a brand in the snacks category would be great, since Mexico is one of the best consumers in the world of snacks. So that's why I dreamed all my life to do this, and in 2021 I launched the brand to the market.
no, that's good. And how do you think, talking about this soda company that you were working for before your company, do you think that are the core values that you learned there that impulse you to start this new business?
Sure. Good question. The first is to realize that the client goes first. So you need to know what the client or the consumer wants or needs in order to create a product itself. So that was like the first value. The consumer always goes first. So I realized that the consumer wanted something healthier, wanted something more innovative, wanted a completely new product. So that's why I created Bocanica. No.
Okay.
So that was like the first thing. Another value could be uh, to be very constant. Whenever you start a project, you finish a project. So we
Yes, Rodrigo?
this project as a new company. I'm back again. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you well.
Can you hear me or no?
Yeah, yes, yes.
Okay. And yep. So those were like the core values. And another thing was to create to create teamwork as well. That
Okay.
was another one.
The teamwork in your work before Bocanica. And talking about the future and in Bocanica, where you start, what do you think that were the most significant challenges that you face starting your business?
The first one was to raise money. I think that was a very big challenge. Also, to determine which products to launch, because there are a lot of products, a lot of suppliers, but to determine which products are the best in that moment to launch to the market, that was also a big challenge. And another big challenge was to convince the supermarket and stores to sell to. That was another challenge. So
Okay.
like The challenges, yeah, starting from back to the future is the first one is which product to launch, how to raise money to launch those products, and to convince the marketplaces or the supermarkets to buy that product.
Okay, that seems interesting. Like to know the general aspects of how launching your product in the market. That's the that's a that's the first challenge, and also the raising of funding. Can you outline the key steps involved in establishing your business? What were the key steps to start Bocanica?
Can you ask again? Can you come again?
Yeah. What were can you outline and mark the key steps involved in establishing your business?
What were the key steps? Um, I didn't hear that coming. Let me think. Well, the first one was to have a very concrete business plan. I
Okay.
think that's a key step. The second one is to have like the right contacts or any idea of where to raise money. That's another key step. And the third one would be um, good stakeholders, like a good supplier, your first client, or your first idea or concept of client, and someone that may lend you money or give you money, right?
Yeah.
So I think those are like the key steps to launch not only Bocanica but any company or any startup would be that, like to have good stakeholders around the business that you're creating.
Of course, the stakeholders is just an important step. And you mentioned before that you have to to know the market. How do you validate your business idea before launching? Did you did surveys or you launched first a product, or what were used ideas to validate the business?
No, I didn't. I didn't do any surveys. I didn't do any market analysis. Uh, Probably in college, people would kill me for that, but I didn't do any of that. It was literally um, like going out to the market, selling, and see how it goes. Probably it was my first mistake. I could tell.
But it was
Fortunately,
good.
I could sell everything that I produced at the moment, but it was difficult. I can tell. Actually, right now we have changed some products, which we have changed packaging, but it was the market that told me. But I had to go to the market. I didn't do any prior
Prior
analyses
research.
or surveys or
But
anything.
you knew the
Market
market
research.
beforehand, so that were an advantage, right?
Exactly. I knew part of it, not all of it.
Okay. I'm talking about more about about Bocanica. What do you think personally that makes Bocanica unique or innovative?
Come again? Can you ask again? I
Yeah,
didn't
of
hear.
course. What do you think that makes Bocanica unique or innovative?
Okay. The fact that we can create a new flavor or a new package or a new product in less than 60 days makes Bocanica unique, you know?
Okay.
So right now, for example, we launch pineapple and then we launch the strawberry and then we are going to launch mango inside our cubitos category. Uh, we did it like very, very quick in less than 60 days. That makes us unique. Something that is different as well is that we use like very Mexican raw materials, traditional uh, raw materials, and we converted them to innovative snacks, right? So I think we are the first one to do that as well. All of our products are natural. All of them are very nutritional, and I think that's what makes us different.
Okay. I think that that will describe a lot of what Bocanica is and what it represents in Mexico. But a few questions ago, you say that the funding was a challenge in Bocanica. So, if I can know, what were the, how did you initially fund your business in Bocanica?
Who initially funded, or come again? I didn't hear.
Yeah, yeah. How did you initially fund your business? Talking about financially.
Who initially fund? Can you explain a little further?
Yeah, yeah, of course. How did you collect the money to start
Ah,
Bocanica?
okay.
Okay.
Okay. Got it. Yeah. So the first investor was the soda or beverage company that I was working for. The directors, the board of directors got convinced of the project, sorry, and they were the first investors. So they invested in the money. They are my partners now. And then I was working with a lawyers company, and these guys also got in love with the company, so they invested some money. And then, last but not least, I had some contacts, and one of them actually became one of our biggest distributors in the East Coast of Mexico. And
Okay.
those guys also invested in the company. So something good as for now is that people inside our supply chain have invested in the company. So they're just not investors, but they are actually good stakeholders, as I mentioned, in the
Ah,
company.
the
One is our
importance of the
distributor,
stakeholders again in the company, right?
exactly. So one is our distributor, but it's also my partner, and then the other is a lawyer, and is the one that creates all the contracts and everything for us. He is also a partner, and obviously our mother company, as I call it, is the beverage company that I was working for. They invested in the project.
That's good to know. And as the last question, and talking about the stakeholders, uh, do you have a, how do you manage your business finance in Bocanica? You have a finance department, or you do it all by yourself?
Wow, that was a good question. I think the financial part of the company is the biggest challenge. It's literally our biggest challenge. Yes, I have a person. Is this guy? He's been with me since the first moment of the company. He is he works as the CFO, but also as a coach. He worked in Sabritas for almost 30 years. Now he's retired, and he is my CFO right now. So he helps me with everything. And also we have an accountant. He's external, and yeah, I mean, I have to give results to the board. So they also help me with financials and unit economics and yeah, like pricing and stuff.
So taking a conclusion, basically, your I think your entrepreneurial process was to connect the right people into your idea that were Bocanica, right?
Uh-huh. Exactly.
Okay, that's good to know. And I think that's it. Uh, thanks a lot, Rodrigo, for taking the time. And that will be it.
Well, thank you very much. I hope my answers have worked for you, and nice to see you again. Nice
Nice
to
to
hear
see you
from you.
again, Rodrigo.